all the fine arts programs now in I think pretty much almost 100% are based on contemporary art practices. And so very few universities, very few programs teach technical skills or teach you, how to draw in a classical way. So they're actually not really teaching anything. It's hard to know exactly what they're doing.
I guess it was ever since the 1960s there has been this idea in the art world that technical skills and ability just aren't that important, and that the important thing is to find I would say your political voice. But it's very strange to me that this has occurred, because it seems to me that before your voice is anything but an off-color croak, you have to become a disciple of a discipline and an apprenticeship, and learn the tools and trades of your craft, and learn how to be an artist, because there's a technical end to that.
I mean, this is really almost an image of the world as it stands now. The purpose, or the stated purpose of modern, especially postmodern art, was to free the artist, right? To break away all the things that were holding the artist back in terms of rules and in terms of just the way that things were presented. But what ended up happening is that there were no more legitimizing objective or strong legitimizing structures around the art. The only thing left was politics and relationships and status, basically. So
well,
art
and there's a big literature on creativity, and it's strongly, which I know very well. My lab designed the Creative Achievement Questionnaire, which it's been used in hundreds of studies now to assess lifetime creativity. And so I've spent a lot of time looking at the measurement of creativity and also trying to understand creativity. And the literature strongly suggests that when you impose restrictions on people, it actually makes them more creative rather than less. Because part of what creativity is the overcoming of obstacles. Imagine someone who writes poetry in the haiku format. Well, it's very, very restrictive, and obviously arbitrarily so. But the fact of the restriction is partly what makes the poetic form possible. The same thing is true if you think about playing a game. There's far more things that you can't do when you play chess than there are things that you can do. But there's still an infinite number of variations of chess games. So this idea that there's a dichotomy between structure and rules and creativity is perniciously false and contradicted by the evidence.
And when you start to explore the art world and the way it works, there's an irony there that it purports to not have boundaries on creativity and structures on creativity, but they're actually extremely strict, and they're hidden. They're kind of this pernicious thing underneath where actually you have to present things in a very, very precise way for it to be able to enter into the legitimizing structure of the gallery.